Right, so I just wanted to do another video. We've not done one of these in a while, but as we move from one step to the next on this plan that I've shared before, I think it's important that I talk through a little bit about what I'm thinking and why. So previously we were here, we were in the exploration phase. We are now moving over into the curation phase, and testing, refinement, these kind of blur into one, but really right now we're in curation, right? So we've investigated the space, we know kind of what we want to build, we've built some prototypes, we've done some competitor research, we've put all the lightweight stuff in place, we've used mock data, we've actually moved past using mock data now already, we've tested some of the things, and we've done all of this behind a feature flag that we've enabled for nobody just yet, but we're going to start enabling it for people soon. We're going to start testing these things. We're going to start really looking at what we've got. So we're moving into the curation phase. So we're looking at what's working, what isn't, and basically removing what doesn't work and really doubling down on what does. So to keep this simple, and to look at the sort of plan moving forward, I want to introduce a new acronym, because we all love acronyms, right? So what we're saying is CRUDE. So basically this is because we want to create, update, I've spelled it wrong already, well done. Create, read, update, delete, and execute. This is what we want to do with all our agents, right? We want to do all of these things. We want to do this with agents, and we want to do this with flows. Right now, in 18.3, which is ending the end of this week, we want the ability to CRUDE agents, and what we can do is we can create, we can read, we can update, we can delete, but we can't quite execute just yet, and that is because we are waiting on the AI catalog to workflow service connection. Right now, this is what's going to unlock absolutely everything. If you haven't heard me talk about this before, where have you been? This is the thing that I've been talking about the most. This is the API that connects the AI catalog to the workflow service. This is what lets us run flows, and by extension agents. This unlocks absolutely everything. It is being worked on now. It should land in 18.3. It may land slightly after, with us only having a week left. But once that's in, then in 18.3 we can CRUDE agents. We can create them, read them, update them, delete them, and execute them. We can do all of those things. What we want to start focusing on now is in 18.4, we want to be able to CRUDE flows. Similar sort of thing, only this looks a little different, right? Like, we still can't execute. Oh, don't want to do that. We still can't execute flows, simply because this still relies on this this connection here. Once this connection has been made, we can actually execute flows in the same way that we do agents, because it's the same thing under the hood, really. But we also, right now, we can't create flows, we can't update flows. We can in GraphQL, we can't do this in the UI. So when I'm saying this, I'm talking about the whole workflow. You know what I mean, right? From the UI all the way through the back end. We can read them, and I believe we can delete them. I've not actually tested that, but these two bits here, create and update, that's what we really want to focus on, right? I'd even mark them as orange, because they're quite far behind. So what all of this needs is the flow editor. This is going to be the main focus at the minute. Once this is done, but this is being worked on by an outside team right now. We just need to connect to it. And there's a few things to say about the flow editor, right? So this has the potential to be quite complex. We looked at a node-based editor, so you'd have an agent that connects to another agent, and then maybe you'd put like some sort of clause here, and then it would go to this agent versus this agent, and you'd have a trigger up here, all that sort of stuff. That is far too complicated for right now, so let's ignore that. We'll get there eventually. We're not doing it right now. There's a more simplified version that was basically a big text box that has YAML inside it, and you know, the YAML looks like whatever. This is the configuration for an agent. The user types out the configuration, hits save, and we're away. This is too simple, so simple that it's actually more complicated to translate this into what the backend needs for what the GraphQL endpoints need for this, right? So what we want to look at is something, you may have seen proper designs for this, something that's a bit simpler than the node-based one, but a bit more complex than the text-based one, and that's basically like the ability to have agents that connect to other agents, and it's fairly linear. Like this one goes to this one, goes to this one, goes to this one, goes to done. This isn't a special node. I just can't draw a square very well. And then the thing we need here is to be able to, however this looks inside the agent, we want to have a user prompt that we can save. So this would be something like, this agent would have a system prompt that says you will be given an issue ID, go read that issue and pass on a brief description of the issue to the next agent. And then the user prompt would be the issue ID is 12345, save, pass it on. And then, what am I trying to say? Yep, sorry, this is the only thing that we really need to configure, and that's this system prompt here, this initial one. Yeah, basically this is the most simple version that we need right now. Just nodes that pass down to each other, and they don't need to be nodes in the sense of a node chart. It's literally just a box with an arrow and a box with an arrow and a box with an arrow, because we can only connect one to one, and it's a very linear flow that just goes straight down. Yeah, if we can build this for 18.4, then that will allow us to be able to create, read, update, delete, and eventually execute flows as well. And then when we move into these phases, the testing, the refinement, the rollout, we can maybe, you know, we can improve on this this design and eventually get this proper node-based design. But if we shoot for this now, we're gonna miss November. It's not feasible. And shooting for this one, while it's simpler in the UI, it's actually probably more complicated to translate it into what the backend wants. So we'll skip that too. This is what we're focusing on. Let's build this.